We finally have a new anime that's about a yandere. If you don't know, there's a series about this dark elf, elf from another world. As you can see here, believe it or not, this was obviously a manga, and before that, it was an not safe for work series. I remember reading about it, and I was like, what if this became an actual series? There's so much potential. And I was like, now we finally have it. I'm kind of happy. If you don't know, I used to make a bunch of those series. The him wearing a tie, these stories and etc. And I was like wondering, what if they became mangas? Like, in my opinion, these series are full of potentials. Because I really do read stuff for the plot, and I was like, finally, we get to see something. I'm still waiting for the day they make the time I got captured by a mysterious high school girl or something along the lines of that. I'll pop it up on the screen. I've been waiting, like seriously, like I want to see the anime versions of these. Man, it makes me happy seeing that stuff today. Side, I believe they confirmed like 12 episodes so far, which I'm so happy because it's been a while since we officially had an anime that had a genre theme focus on the media itself, rather than just just a side character that happens to be a genre or something along those lines. Definitely gonna watch that series because, yeah. So yeah, but I'm gonna do that soon, actually, right after this recording, probably. I want to know who they got for like the subs or the dubs. I'm very curious about that. Now, with that being said, yeah. I met an individual that kind of changed my life. Has definitely ingrained into me was the whole learning how to stealth walk, I guess you could say. Or at the very least, minimize the sound you make when you walk. I admit. But it made sense back then, given that in a one-on-one scenario, in terms of fight, I would probably lose. And it kind of made sense to pick up those skill sets. The key is consistency, and most importantly, learning how to practice it without effort, I guess you could say, on automatic mode, instead of being on manual when you do it. My current job is like in a warehouse, and I have a team lead or a boss that I direct to, and obviously they have a boss, and then they have a boss, right? All of them. And occasionally, sometimes she'll go up to me and we'll discuss in the morning or whenever my shift starts, and be like, okay, reporting for duty, ma'am. And she gives me like 6 or 7 tasks or something like that, and be like, okay, go do task A, do task B, task C, task D, and etc. Right? So I do task A, task B, task C, task D. Then I forget the rest, and I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, so I walk off behind her, and you know that SpongeBob scene where it's like, SpongeBob just walks behind Mrs. Puff or next to her, like on screen, and Mrs. Puff just fucking like freaking freaks out. That's basically like that, and she's like, "You gave me a heart attack. I didn't hear you walking," and I was like, I wasn't even trying. I wasn't even like intentionally doing it to scare her, and this is not the first time this has happened. I don't know how to turn it off. It's weird because whenever I try to be stealthy, it has the opposite effect. I ended up making more sound than I mean to. I don't know. Which does remind me to my very first job, which was, online orders. Like, I would, package orders that people would buy online, and I would ship it. And obviously, I had a supervisor, or someone who was in charge of me. She was an amazing trainer. From my understanding, she was in the military, and obviously, I remember being so hungry. It was like 12 p.m. I got all the stuff we needed for the package, right? And I was gonna ask her, hey, can I go on my lunch break, please? And when I did that, uh, she like did like a mid jump, like she jumped away. She's like, and I felt really bad because she was at the time pregnant. Because I didn't mean to scare her. I don't know. So obviously in my current job, occasionally we have like customers that go there to pick up their packages sometimes, and I remember carrying like a lot of supplies we got in for that day, and I had to go through the main entrance instead of the back way. But I had this cart that made like a little bit of tumbling sound, and I was like, "There's no way." Obviously, the person was kind of like blocking the path I needed to go to take these supplies to, and when I went behind him, right, with the cart, and I was like, "Pardon me, sir," and he just jumps. I was like, he's like, "I didn't hear you make any sound, sir. Sorry about that." And I was like, "Oh, okay, this is a problem because this is actually like, last week was like, I think I had the same issue like 7 times. Uh, I'm not even trying to scare people or, you know, I'm like thinking, oh, I better be stealthy. No, I'm like pretty calm when I do this stuff. I'm not like, let's go prank this guy. So yeah. And obviously, I decided to like film myself walk on home, right? And I did notice something because I was wondering why I try not to make too much sound. Like, I understand from my training, right? I had to practice it a lot. And I've noticed that sometimes when I walk, I kind of do like a bit of a like crouch walk, I guess you could say, with a few steps every so and then. And I was like, oh, maybe that's why I'm muffling my sounds. And I don't even remember doing it. So yeah, which sucks. As you know, due to your tinnitus, I have no idea how much sound I'm personally making, right? Because you kind of need both working ears to kind of figure out how much sound you're making in certain directions. And I was like, man, this is really tough. Of course I get nerfed in the worst way possible. So what I'm gonna do is download freaking my neighbor's a Yandere, and also watch the new Dark Elf anime. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. See you guys in the next one. Okay, bye.